Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I'm going to tell you what are variables, how do they work. Let's explore how Python stores and manages information using variables. So let's go. Okay, so first thing is how variable. So let's understand what is variable. Variable are used to store information in Python. You can think of variables like storage boxes that help the computer remember things for us. See, variables are like storage boxes, like we store something in a box. So it store information in computer memory RAM. For example, I store my stationery in that blue box. So like that, variables store that information in computer memory RAM, random access memory. We store value because we can use it later whenever we want. Yes, so for example अभी मैंने a की value 2 लिखी, so again after whenever I want to use I can take that a value 2 only, so I don't have to like rewrite it. Variables make programming easier because instead of writing the same information again and again, we can simply store it once and reuse it many times. Like I told you, अगर मैंने a की value 2 दी, so I don't have to write again and again that a value 2. It can simply store and I can reuse it that many times. So variable में what we can store? You can store integer, character or decimal values in variables. So these things we can store in variable. And then next thing is what we can store. We can store names, numbers, marks, cities, messages, true or false values, and many more types of data we can store in in variables. So these things we can store. You can make also notes side by side. Next thing is rules for creating Python variable. What are the rules? Variable name can contain an alphabet, numeric digits and underscore. So variable name should start with either a letter or an underscore. देखो जो हमारा वेरिएबल का नेम है, इट कैन कंटेन अल्फाबेट, न्यूमेरिक डिजिट्स एंड अंडरस्कोर, और with what it can start with a letter or an underscore. It cannot start with a numeric digit like numbers 1 2 3 4. It cannot start. This is invalid variable. So हमारा वैलिड वेरिएबल क्या हो सकता है? जो कंटेन करता है न्यूमेरिक डिजिट्स, अल्फाबेट, अंडरस्कोर और स्टार्ट होता है लेटर या अंडरस्कोर से. सो लाइक माई अंडरस्कोर बुक. A variable name cannot contain a keyword such as class, global, etc. because they are reserved for special meaning in Python. So they have special meaning in Python, so we cannot store these keywords, class, global. Yes, you cannot use special characters such as exclamatory mark, hashtag and percentage, at the rate, dollar sign, etc. So these you cannot use in your variables to store. The next thing is how do variables work? The variable name act as a label or tag connected to that stored information. For example, it is like a box that is labeled and I can understand what is in that. It is labeled. Variables also help programmer write clean and readable code. So it's like very clean and readable codes we can understand in variable. Not too complicated or like hard. The variables coding would become confusing and repetitive. Actually it is, because for example I stored value as 22333 in A, and in B I stored 4333. So if it would not be stored, so it would be so confusing that what is the value, and I have to repeat that. Variables can change their values while the program is running. Yes, we can change the value while program is running. Variables also help us make programs dynamic and interactive. What does this mean? That, for example, games, apps, website, calculators, AI system, and many other technologies use variable continuously to store information and update information. In Python, working with variables is very easy because Python automatically understands the type of data we store, like type of data uh, string, float, or integer. These are data types I will tell you next video. This makes Python beginner friendly and one of the easiest programming languages to learn. Yes, so these variables make Python beginner friendly and one of the easiest programming language, not like HTML, C++ or Java. So you can also make notes side by side, and these were how do variables work. And variables are not just for storing data, they help computers remember, process, and manage information efficiently. So, variables help us in store data, reuse data, organize information, update values easily, and making code simple and clean. That's how variables work in Python. So whenever we will write programs in future, variables will be used almost everywhere. So my next video is coming soon, and I'm gonna tell you about data types, types of operators, ending comments, tokens, difference between input, int, function, and escape sequences, and many more. So for that, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in the next Python tutorial. Bye bye.